Sam O'Reilly from Fight Talk. Delighted to be joined today by trainer, manager, promoter, Stefy Bull. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks. Are you good?
Yeah, very good, thanks. I wanted to talk a little bit about everything you're doing up north. Obviously, I'm down south and I'm hearing really good things about your shows and a lot of the guys you're looking after. You're making some, impressions on people all over the country, mate, so it's really good for you.
Yeah, that's nice of you to say that. But yeah, I mean, old-fashioned, head down and work hard. I've got the blinkers on. I don't take any interest in what anybody else is doing. I get on with it. When it comes to my shows, I just get cracked on. Stick, use my own money, and I have no financial help or no financial backing. It's just pure hard work. I've got a great relationship with the people at Doncaster Dome, and I network and sell a lot of tickets myself. So from carrying on from my fighting days, I was a big ticket seller when I was boxing myself. So I still have a lot of people supporting me, and work. Obviously, being a trainer, I'm seeing all my fighters daily and work very close with them, and building up good relationships and things. So yeah, it's the
going
system
well.
that I've got works. It works.
Yeah, definitely. As an ex-pro, was this always your plan? Did you always plan to stay in boxing, or how did it come about that you got involved with and promoting and stuff?
Well, to be honest, everything was a natural progression. I mean, while when I was younger, I had 4 years out of boxing, and I'm a boxing nut. I had my first amateur fight at 12-year-old, so I've been boxing since I was 11 years old. And the 4 years that I had out of boxing, I just kind of fell out with it. And what a young man at 21-year-old, 19 up to 23, and I trained amateurs at a local amateur boxing club, and I turned over I trained one specific young man called Stefy Bull, and I kind of trained him one-on-one, and he won a national title, boxed for England and stuff. And then I was 24-year-old, and his dad were kind of, I can't understand why you don't fight yourself when you're spending all this time with the kids anymore. And I was like, you know what? I went home that day, spoke to my wife, and I said, well, I might as well go give it another go. And then so yeah, regarding training fighters, it's always been in me naturally to do that. And obviously, I had success at amateur level, so obviously I knew what I was doing. And then while I was still pro in 2009, Jamie McDonald was training with me. We were both pro together, boxing on the same shows, and we were good friends because we boxed out the same gym. And he kind of come to when I set a gym up in 2009, and Jamie come and basically asked if we would train him. And then so on back of Jamie, obviously his success.
Yeah.
British, Commonwealth, European, world titles. After about 12 months working with Jamie, he was European champion. I was getting fighters coming in gym left, right and centre because of the success we had with Jamie. And then before you know it, I was training about six fighters. And what I did with him, I've got a great relationship with Carl Greaves. He's kind of my best friend in boxing.
I get on really well with Carl. Carl's a top man.
Yeah, and so Carl managed the fighters I trained, and then Carl just why don't you go and get your manager's license? You'll be good. So I thought, you know what, I will. I went and got my manager's license, and the rest history. And then I had about 15 fighters. It seemed to be overnight, believe it or not. I just wasn't expecting, but I was never under any pressure. It just was a natural progression. Just happens. It's not like I've ever tried to do anything. It just happened, and it worked great. And then obviously because then I'm managing over 10 fighters, and I need to promote. I need to get these fighters out. Carl Greaves were putting shows on for me at Doncaster Dome, and it was the same again. I went into get my promoter's license, so everything was just kind of natural. It just happened with no effort, and it it just rolled. It just rolled, and so yeah, it just. Yeah, just no plans, to be honest. Yeah,
sometimes
just
the best way, isn't it? It's just just.
Yeah, 100%. Because it's what I do. It's what I love. Boxing to me is not. It's not a job. It's just a way of life and who I am. My family accept it. I've got two teenage daughters. They're well looked after by the mum, and they just leave me to it. So. Yeah, I'm lucky on that side, to be honest. It's
good, mate. It's good. Obviously, with the promoting side, you've done quite a lot of shows, but your shows are also getting, as I said earlier, they're getting talked about a lot, and you've got British title fights and stuff that.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing. It's like I do all this. I've got no financial backing. I've got no team. I am literally. Ray Doyle co-trains me fighters. And I'm a one-man band. I match my own shows. I do everything. I do down to posters, down to table plans on night. It's crazy. You would not believe what. You would not believe how I do everything. It's unbelievable, really. Most outfits, I've got a team, and I've got no team. I just crack on and do everything on my own.
Does it ever get on you a bit, Stefy? Do you ever think, fucking hell, this is hard?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I mean, there's times where I've lost lots of money on my shows, but I've got no one to turn to. But at the same time, it's very satisfying. The fact is, I can sit back and Josh Whale winning a British title, that I put my hand in my pocket. That kid had been in a away corner all his life. I put my hand in my pocket and got him a British title fight on home soil in home corner. There's nothing more satisfying to me. That'll live with me for the rest of. Josh is a real boxing man. He's been around boxing all his life.
Yeah.
And never had an opportunity to fight for a major title in home corner, and I've done that. Money's only paper kind of thing, and you can't buy them kind of memories.
Yeah, it's not an attitude many people have, so I respect that a lot.
Oh no, you see, there's a lot of people think that professional boxing is glamorised, and they'll come in, they'll have financial backing from big businesses, and they're not using or playing with their own money. It's somebody else's. Mm-hmm. So they've got no understanding of the game. They come and use it as a business and want to make money. To me, this ain't a business. We know it is a business, but to me, it ain't. This is a way of life. This is passionate for me, and it works.
Yeah,
it works for me. Success breeds success. I mean, I've got a gym full of champions, and I've personally, I've kind of not single-handedly. I ain't God or anything, but a lot of graft's gone into it, and there's nothing more satisfying that, I've had no help, and I don't want any help. I don't need any help. I'm quite fine doing everything alone. But yeah, it's like there's a lot of promoters coming in, and they're in boxing for the wrong reasons, and that's to try and make a pound. Whereas I'm not trying to make a pound. I don't want to lose a pound. I want memories. I want champions. I want to help champions. To bring an average kid to win, even if it's an area title. Robbie Barrett lost more amateur fights than he won. British champion.
You can't
Josh
buy that.
Whale.
You can't buy that kind of stuff, can you? Them experiences and the relationships with these guys.
Gavin McDonnell never had an amateur fight to fight for a WBC championship at World. It's unbelievable. It's winning British European titles and things. It's the special achievements. I ain't blinded by working for for Matchroom or working with these kids with what's coming from GB. I've got honest, hard-working, everyday kids here, kids that have not been blessed to be travelling around the world fighting for GB. I've got normal kids, average amateurs that I've developed with my training skills and managerial skills, and turned them into British champions. Can you name anybody in country that's done what I've done?
I definitely can't, and that was part of the reason I wanted to. That was part of the reason I wanted to talk to you, to be honest, because.
Can you imagine giving me 10 Callum Smiths? Give me 10 Olympians. Imagine what I could do. So you've got them you've got your likes of, no disrespect, your Joe Gallaghers and your McGuigans and all that kind of stuff. They've been given elite fighters. They have been given elite fighters. They're already expected to do that. They've been given elite fighters. They've got elite money and elite promoters backing them. I've got average fighters, some that's lost more than they are, like amateurs. I use my own money to promote them in little small shows, building them up, and then when I passed out the career with the right fights, and you know, and won major titles. You got Jason Cunningham, Commonwealth champion, Andy Townend, Commonwealth, English, Lee Appleyard, English champion, Ross, Bobby Barrett, British champion, Gavin McDonald, all them titles were an amateur fight. Josh Wales, his career was done. He boxed at featherweight to Lee Wood. He's now looking to win British title outright, and then, you know, maybe fight for European and world titles. It's unbelievable. That's when it's worth something. None of these are elite. Give me an elite fighter. They're already got expectations. Whoever's, you got Anthony Joshua, before they even start training him, he's going to be world champion. Callum Smith going to be world champion. You've got all these Olympians going to be world champions. It's expected, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's already expected. So, I can imagine giving me some of them kind of kids. What I could do if I'm turning major champions with normal kids, average kids, not normal, average, but it's the work ethic that I do. What they do with me, because if they're not doing and working to what I want them to be doing, then they can walk out the door. But I'm lucky that I set a good work ethic, and you know, my way seems to work. So yeah, that's the secret of the success. We've got a way that seems to work. So
yeah, it's good. It's good, mate. It is good. What's obviously people talk about TV deals and wanting platforms and stuff. Do you think that it might hinder you in a way? Because I mean, I spoke to a few promoters down here that it brings more expectation, and there's a lot more pressure when you have a TV platform, where you're doing amazing without one. I mean, do you need one? Would you like one? What's the situation with that, Stefy?
Well, we'd all like a platform, because a TV platform you think is going to bring some financial backing, but it's like I said at the beginning of the conversation, I ain't interested in what anybody else is doing. My blinkers are on. I no longer buy the boxing news. I use my Twitter and my Facebook, and I just ain't interested in whether it's a good. I've got a way that's obviously working, and I crack on. I've got great facilities, and I promote at top end of my bills. I mean, look at my show on 24th of February.
Mate, I can't wait to talk about that show, the main event.
And you've got so what I always do with my shows, I get 3 or 4 50-50 fights where both sets of fans are paying for tickets, and then I bring me prospects through. So, and it's just, I only do 4 or 5 shows a year, but I do them big. And it's just, you know, head down, and like I say, all these fighters know. I give them an understanding of pro boxing and tickets and what they've got to do and what they've got to do. If I've got a kid that I think can fight, then I'll take a bit of an hit. And, you know, if he's not doing the tickets, he'll still be on the show. He'll be paid. Not what he would, not a ticket, not to the extent of what a ticket seller would be. But I'd say, you know, you work with me, and I'll work with you. I'll work for you. You know, we can make this happen. So you just got to give these young people motivation and help them along the way.
Definitely.
Show them that you're not after just taking the money and things, and show them that, you know, there's a bit more than. They get my time. They get, you know, I'm not a manager that they're phoning up once a month and asking when the next fight is. But with me daily, twice a day, you're building relationships up. You care about these people. When ticket sales aren't that good, they're still boxing. They're still being on the shows and having opportunities, and that's the difference. I ain't here for the money. I use my own money a lot of times. Don't get me wrong. We all want to sell a show out, and we all want to put food on the table. But I'm lucky that I've got a big gym, and I make the gym work. But yeah.
It's good. It's good. Curtis Woodhouse and John Wayne Hibbert is a fight I want to talk about. That's on that show you just mentioned, the 24th of February.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that fight might be a fight of the year early doors. I think they're just two guys that are very much.
You've got to be straight blunt here. You've got Curtis Woodhouse in his last fight before he retired, what a split decision loss to the Scotch kid Willie Lemond. He showed no signs of being a shot fighter. He won his British title. He didn't put the effort and the art into it like he did for his defence. He got paid very good money, and he packed in after that. He showed no signs of being a shot fighter. What he'd done wrong, he'd put on a hell of a lot of weight, become obese, and we're done. John Wayne Hibbert's had a brilliant career, loads of hard fights, and he's not looked great in his last couple of fights. Curtis is now back. He's had 3 years out, being a beast. I mean, for me, Curtis is a miracle man. 17 stone, just under. He's back. He's had 2 low-key fights, 6 threes. So you've got them both in mid-30s, which is not old anymore. It might have been old 10 years ago, but it ain't old anymore. You've got a British champion versus a Commonwealth champion. The winner gets a big fight, the loser's done. So basically, on the line here is a career. You've got a career, and both of them lads will put the heart and soul into that fight because there's a big carrot dangling for the winner.
Yeah.
And that's as blunt as it is. The winner gets a big fight, the loser's done.
You know, your relationship with Curtis. I believe, was Curtis your last fight? Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, correct.
He was. How did the relationship sort of come about from there?
Well, obviously since that fight, we've always been friends. You bump into him around boxing shows and stuff, and you bump into him at boxing shows, and you keep in touch on social media and things. And we kind of set up a meet 8 months ago, and he says, I'm thinking about boxing again, kind of thing. Would you be interested? So I didn't realise how heavy he was. So he said, I'm talking to another 4 promoters, and I'm going to go in what I believe's best. Do you mind having a meet? I said, yeah, no problem. And when I went and met him halfway at a service station, and I thought it would have been a joke that how big he was, and he wants to box again. I thought, oh God, is this serious here? But we sat down and length, and I told him what I can do. He's seen what I can do, and I put some ideas to him. He liked the ideas, and out of 4 promoters, he chose to go with me. At first, he was being trained by Richard Towers, and he came over for a few sessions with me and Ray, just while he was maybe days in between days, and he likes what we do. And obviously, I've got a gym full of fighters at the highest level. He just felt it'd be good to rub shoulders with these guys. So now, obviously, myself and Ray train him, and he lost all that weight, and he's been living in the gym. I've got a bed sit in my gym that we set up for fighters. He's been living in this, showed 1,000,000% dedication, and it'll be 24th of February, sink or swim for him, basically.
Great fight, that. Absolutely brilliant fight, I think. And they're the kind of fights that I think Small Hall should have on them. I mean, I was at Leo McKenzie and Cello Render earlier this year, and that fight was, second to none. But would it have sold out an arena? No, it wouldn't have. That's the truth of it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think a lot. This will sell a lot of. I think it will sell tickets to average Joes. I think, like you said, you're interested in the fight. A lot of neutrals will come to this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd imagine they would do. It's 2 guys, like you said, they've been around, they've won titles, but realistically, this could be the end of the road for one of them. But yeah, great fight, mate.
Yeah, this is the situation of this. This is where we're at. You're talking the careers at stake. For one person, it's the last fight, and that's the truth of it.
Yeah.
It's sink or swim.
just quickly, who else is on that show? I think there's a lot of people on that. Isn't Lee Appleyard
I've got
on
a great fight, a great trade fight with. I've got a great fight with Robbie Barrett and Matty Fagan. I had Josh Will when he defended his title versus Don Broaders. I sat and watched out of curiosity Fagan versus Joe Murray, and I thought Fagan won the fight. He's won 12 and lost 3. Top amateur, winning numerous junior titles. And that's a great fight. You've got former British and English champion versus a young hungry prospect. Then you've got Jason Cunningham versus Paul Economide. And we've got Dex Bellman versus Scott Westcalf in a great fight.
Good show, very good show.
Lee Appleyard versus Marcus French, English title defence. So yeah, it's a cracking bill. It's a bill. That bill would have been Guy Sports bill. Frank Maloney 5 years ago. That's how good the bill is, kind of thing. But yeah, heads down, and it's happening at Doncaster Dome.
Definitely, people need to get down to that. Just finally, Stefy, have you got any young prospects and fighters that we may not be aware of yet that are coming through that you think are going to be, special talents?
Well, yeah, I've got a lot of young fighters. I've got a young man from Sheffield, Anthony Tomlinson. I believe he's going to be a real threat over the next couple of years. And then young Terry Harper, the young female that I've got, the first female, 3 times national amateur champion and European silver medalist. She made a pro debut on my last show, and she's actually South Yorkshire's first ever female boxer. So she's created a bit of history, and she's got a big following, over 150 tickets she sold. So yeah, brilliant. She's a real prospect, and I think she could be world champion in the future. She's only 21.
Wow, very young. We'll keep an eye out for her, definitely, mate. But listen...
Yeah, and then I've got Josh Whale defending his British title versus Bobby Jenkinson.
Is that a Hobson show he's on?
Yeah, on Dennis's show. That's on the 2nd of February.
Yeah.
In Sheffield. And Andy Townend's on that bill as well. I'm just looking for a big fight for Andy. Well, he's just started a match with him knocking everybody out.
Yeah. It's his own fault. Keeps knocking people over.
Yeah. I blame him.
No, very nice talking to you, Stefy. I appreciate your time, mate. And
no worries, mate.
honestly, I wish you the very best with all your upcoming shows. And yeah, pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Soon.
You take care, Stefy. Bye, mate.
Bye-bye, mate.
Bye.
Bye-bye.